Shalom, Israel. Most High in Christ, bless. Welcome to another edition of IUIC in the Classroom. This is IUIC North Carolina, and I'm Officer Noah. All right, so we're going to get right into today's topic. But before we do that, make sure you hit this QR code, subscribe, like, share, add to all your social media platforms, all right? So the topic of today's class is horticulture, the degenerate nation, all right? So we're going to start this off in Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 21. Come on.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2 and verse 21. Yet I had planted thee a noble vine, wholly a right seed. How then art thou turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me?
All right, read it one more time.
Jeremiah 2, verse 21. Yet I had planted thee a noble vine.
So the Most High says he planted us a noble vine. Come on.
Wholly a right seed.
I mean a perfect seed, right? A perfect seed. Come on.
How then art thou turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me?
So imagine that. The Lord has created us from the beginning belonging to a heritage of a high status, right? It says a perfect lineage, a holy or right seed. So what caused us to completely turn away from that noble heritage and to choose Satan and to become a strange nation to the one true God? Give me the definition of noble so we understand what it means to be noble, all right? Because that's a strange thing to the so-called blacks, so-called Native American, and so-called Hispanics. We don't know anything about nobility, right? We have no idea what nobility is. So give me the definition of noble.
This is the definition of noble: belonging to a hereditary class with high social or political status. Aristocratic.
All right, so it says belonging to a hereditary class with high social status. So the Most High said that he planted us, meaning that he created us with a noble status. All right, give me the second one. I'll put it back up.
Having or showing fine personal qualities or high moral principles and ideals.
You see that? Those high moral principles are the commandments that the Lord has given us. It says, what are the synonyms?
Righteous.
Righteous.
Virtuous.
You see that? Come on.
Good. Honorable. Honest. Upright. Upstanding. Decent. Worthy.
That's right.
Uncorrupted. Anti-corruption. Moral. Ethical. Reputable. Magnanimous.
Right.
Unselfish.
Right. So when it says that we come from a noble vine, that's exactly what it means. Our lineage is of high moral standards. We come with laws, statutes, and commandments that, guess what? We don't recognize anymore. So we don't look like that noble vine that the Most High created.
Damn.
All right. So just imagine that you go out into your field, you taking your seeds, you know exactly what you want to come up. You plant that, you till the ground, you do all of the labor, you put your seeds down, and you sit back and you wait for your harvest. But when it comes up, it's unrecognizable. What you be like, what is going on? I planted a corn seed. How am I getting weeds over here? What's going on? So now, give me Jeremiah 17, verse 4. Let me show you something, what the Most High said about us.
This is the book of Jeremiah 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
That who gave thee?
That I gave thee.
We come from a noble vine. The Most High gave us this heritage, but we did what? We discontinued from that. All right? So in our discontinuing, we lost what? Physical qualities, mental qualities, all of those things. So give me the definition of degenerate real quick. Degenerate. Because we think that the way we live in is normal. We think that it's okay for a man and a man to lay together or a woman and a woman to lay together. Those are social norms today. So in the eyes of the Most High, we have become what? Degenerate. Give me that definition.
This is the definition of degenerate: having lost the physical, mental, or moral qualities considered normal and desirable showing evidence of decline.
And that's the state of our people today. We are in a state of physical, mental, and moral decline. Just like on the video that was played in the class, it says that our society upholds ratchets. Ratchets have a place to feel comfortable, feel safe. But people like us that have high moral standards, we're put to shame. We're cast over into a corner. Nobody wants to hear the truth or what we have to say. Right? Give me that definition again.
Degenerate, having lost the physical, mental, or moral qualities considered normal and desirable, showing evidence of decline.
Give me number 2.
Number 2, lacking some property, order, or distinctness of structure previously or usually present.
You see that? So we have fallen away from what the Most High created. We're lacking the properties. We're lacking the order, distinctiveness, meaning like the way that we dress, right? It says structure, previously or usually present. So like that seed, when you plant it, you expect a particular crop to come out. But when it doesn't, you understand that it's lacking some things. Like, what happened? What happened to this? So give me 2 Ezra chapter 5, verse 54. We're going to talk about the physical part. The physical. Because in our degeneration, we've lost that physical. What does that look like? Come on.
The book of 2 Ezra chapter 5 and verse 54. Consider thou therefore also how that ye are less of stature.
Less than what?
Stature.
We lost that physical. Come on.
Than those that were before you.
You see that? So that's how we're starting to become unrecognizable. We've lost our stature. We're not the same like we used to be.
Damn.
Is there more on that?
You want verse 55?
Read it. Let me see what it says.
And so are they that come after you less than ye.
That's right. So we come after our forefathers. So you know what? We're less in stature. We've shown that degeneration throughout the years. Go ahead.
As the creatures which now begin to be old and have passed over the strength of youth.
Right. So from then to now, we've lost our physical stature. Now, as far as the mental, give me Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. What does the Most High say about our mental? Because degeneration, we lost physical, mental, and moral qualities. Come on.
The book of Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. My people.
My who?
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
See that? Our mental, we are destroyed because we lack the mental fortitude that the Most High created us with. We don't have those same guidelines or those same scourges to guide us, to keep us away from sin. All right? Keep reading.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me.
Right. That's what's going to make us become strange, because the Most High is rejecting us. It's like you doing all this other stuff. You know what? I'm going to reject you. Come on.
Saying thou hast forgotten the law of thy God.
Degenerate.
I will also forget thy children.
We're going to lose our physical stature. We're going to lose our mental capacity. Come on.
Verse 7. As they were increased, so they sinned against me.
How do we become degenerate? We started to sin against the Most High. Read.
Therefore will I change their glory into shame. They eat up the sin of my people, and they set their heart on their iniquity.
Read on.
And there shall be like people, like priests, and I will punish them for their ways and reward them for their doings.
Here it comes.
For they shall eat and not have enough.
Right.
They shall commit whoredom.
They shall commit what?
Whoredom.
Well, go ahead.
And shall not increase.
That's what we're doing today. We're committing whoredoms, and guess what? There's abortions on an all-time high. Read on.
Because they have left off to take heed to the Lord.
Because we have lost our physical, mental qualities. We've become degenerate and declined. All right. We've become corrupt. Give me that definition of corrupt. And John, give me Luke 6 and 43. The definition of corrupt. Come on. You can read the scripture. Well, they got it. Come on.
The book of,
Corrupt.
the definition of corrupt. Having or showing a willingness to act dishonestly in return for money or personal gain.
Woo, I see a lot of that. What they call that, OnlyFans. You know, you're showing a willingness to act dishonestly. The Most High never created our sisters to spread ego for the world to see on a social media network, right? Never. Right. Pull it up some. Get the third one. That one, yeah.
Cause to act dishonestly in return for money or personal gain.
So that corruption is is talking about acting dishonestly for money. There's got to be another one up there. Pull it up some. All right. You see one? Yep.
It says change or debase by making errors or unintentional alterations.
All right. So to change or to base ourselves by making errors or committing sins, or sin is what separates us from the Most High. Right. Our sin. All right, give me that in Luke.
The book of Luke, chapter 6 and verse 43. For a good tree.
For a good tree. That tree came from a seed. That seed was planted. You knew what kind of tree it was going to be because of its fruit. Read on.
Bringeth not forth corrupt fruit.
All right.
Neither doeth a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit.
Mm-hmm.
For every tree is known by his own fruit. For of thorns men do not gather figs, nor of a bramble bush gather they grapes.
Read on.
A good man out of the good treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is good.
Mm-hmm.
And an evil man out of the evil treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is evil.
Come on.
For of the abundance of the heart his mouth speaketh.
Right. So if you got a good seed, you expect that seed to grow a proper plant and to produce for you a proper fruit. If it doesn't do that, then you understand somewhere along the process, something went wrong.
Right.
So as a nation of people, we got to figure out what happened to us and what caused us to go off and to go wrong. All right. One more definition, perverted. Because these are all the synonyms of degenerate. If we go back, these are some of the synonyms of degenerate, all right, that we've been going through. So corrupt or perverted. Give me the definition of pervert. And John, give me history of Susanna, chapter 13. So now we're going to look at how we have perverted God's laws. What do we do? What caused us to be degenerate or corrupt against the laws of God? Come on. Definition.
Perverted. Of a person or their actions characterized by sexually abnormal and unacceptable practices or tendencies.
All right. So perverted. We understand what is going on. Characterized by sexual, abnormal, or unacceptable practices. Now let's see if we can find an unacceptable practice in the history of the Bible. Let's go to Susanna. Come on.
This is the history of Susanna, verse 12.
Start at 7.
Verse 7. Now when the people departed away at noon, Susanna went into her husband's garden to walk. And the two elders saw her going in every day and walking, so that their lust was inflamed toward her.
Now these are the leaders of the people. These are the elders, right? They should know better than to pervert God's laws. Read on.
And they perverted their own mind.
They did what?
Perverted their own mind.
After their own lust. Come on.
And turned away their eyes
from the Lord's commandments. Come on.
That they might not look unto heaven, nor remember just judgment.
There you go. So these are the ways that we sexually, when our mind goes off into that sexual realm, pornography, or just watching regular TV because it's soft porn nowadays.
Damn.
Then you are, you tend to pervert your judgment against the Most High God. Oh, nobody's looking at me. I'm gonna just click it this one time. You getting set up. Right? You allowing those demons to enter into you and take over every time you do that. Right? So we don't want to be perverted in our judgments. Read on.
And albeit they both were wounded with her love, yet does not one show another his grief.
All right, read on.
For they are ashamed to declare their lust that they desire to have to do with her.
Mm-hmm.
Yet they watch diligently from day to day to see her.
So on top of that lust, they didn't correct one another. They continued to act on it day to day. Read on.
And the one said to the other, let us now go home, for it is dinner time.
So they're going to lie. I'm about to go home, man. What you about to do? Yeah, I'm about to do the same thing. Read on.
So when they were gone out, they departed the one from the other. And turning back again, they came to the same place.
They ran into each other because they was trying to do what? They was trying to get with Susanna. They forgot about the judgments where the Bible says, I take not this sister for lust. They forgot about why then should I look upon a maid. They forgot about all of that. They said, you know what? I'm going to go headlong after my lust. Read on.
And after that, they had asked one another the cause, they acknowledged their lust, then appointed they a time both together when they might find her alone.
Right. So we're not going to read that history. You can go back and read it all on your own. But this is an example of how judgment can be perverted in a sexual manner. Just following after your lust, you can be like, you know what? I'm not doing those commandments, man. I'm about to go in and tear that sister up. Right? So now, give me Jeremiah 2:21 again.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 2 and verse 21. Yet I had planted thee a noble vine, holy a right seed. How then art thou turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me?
So the strange vine. Let's get that strange vine. How do we become strange? What do we do today that makes us strange to the Most High? Give me 1 Maccabees 1 and verse 43. This is one of the ways that we become strange to the Most High, and it's become a social norm today. Unless the truth comes out, unless the prophets tell you what the truth is, that social norm is what you do every day. Read.
The book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 43. Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion.
To what?
Consented to his religion.
Which would be like politics. His religion, politics. Come on.
And sacrificed unto idols, and profaned the Sabbath. For the king had sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem.
Here it comes.
And the cities of Judah, that they should follow the strange laws of the land.
So following these strange laws of the land and thinking that this is normal. This is how we become that degenerate plant to the Most High God. Right. An unrecognizable nation of people. Right? So one of those things, what are the strange laws of the land? You got New Year's, you got Easter, you got Valentine's Day that just passed, Christmas, Resurrection Sunday, Lent. All of these things are strange laws that are set up by the powers to be.
The
all
devil.
Right? IT, y'all got that first link, Valentine's Day? Pull that up for me. Watch this. So these are the strange laws, and this is how they undermine you to destroy yourself and your nation. Watch this.
So you really not gonna do nothing for me for Valentine's Day?
Hey, we gonna do something, but I mean it ain't like everybody else.
What you mean it ain't like everybody else? I don't see no rose. I ain't getting no rose. It's people that literally get gifts all the way up until Valentine's Day.
So pause. So this sister right here, her mind is degenerate. All day long, she's trying to be like the Joneses. She want to keep up. I don't see no roses. I don't do nothing. I don't see this. It's Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day, a lot of people, their marriages go to hell because of that. Because you don't do what everybody else is doing. You don't follow the social norms. Now, that woman feels like you don't care about her. And what's she going to do? She can go pick up the phone and call Jody. Play on.
I don't know.
What you mean you don't know? What's that?
Clean up. Son got candy wrappers from school.
Okay, that just happened today. Like, don't try to blame nothing on what just happened today.
You talking about going somewhere, doing something? You need to clean this house up.
It ain't about cleaning up.
It ain't about cleaning up.
See, look, one thing about the Americanized sisters, if you ask them what is the role of a wife, they're going to deflect and tell you what the role of a husband is. They don't know what their role is. All they know is that the social norms say, I'm supposed to be celebrated. A man is supposed to take care of his woman. That's all the far their mind goes, right? What? So it's our job to let them know that these social norms are not normal and that we have to fix these things. This brother right here got a good head on his shoulder. You know, he's taking care of business, but he got the wrong woman on his side. Right. Play on.
Something in the house ain't clean. Why would I want to do something nice and the house ain't clean? You want me to clean up for you for Valentine's Day?
What you mean? Yeah, do that. You can do something. You ain't said nothing about no date. You ain't initiate nothing. Like you ain't done nothing. You just sitting here.
You think you deserve to go on a date after I had caught you texting somebody?
When did you catch me texting somebody?
Last month. You think I forgot?
You say last month.
That's too recent. 30 days too recent for me.
Who was I texting?
That person she texting is gonna be.
So you
the
trying to
person
make an
that
excuse so you
calls
won't?
That person she's texting is gonna be the person she calls when he doesn't take her out for Valentine's Day. She already got a side piece. You understand what I'm saying? And he should be smart enough to see that. But by the end of the video, he gonna wisen up. Play on.
You doing whole activity.
Me on a date is what you saying. That's your excuse?
They I take you to go eat out 3 times a week. What, I mean, come on now.
What you mean?
I'm not saying we not gonna do nothing. I'm just saying don't look for all of this balloons and roses and all of this stuff. Like, bro, you know I love you.
So what you saying? I'm not worth that?
I take care of you every night. So stop playing with me. You know I love you.
It's not about that. I want to see it in your, like, I understand your actions.
That is my action.
I
take care of you every night. Some men don't even come home every night. Some men don't even kiss their old lady. Better yet, even lay down with them. Do anything with them. So I'm telling you, I take care of you every night. So you need to chill.
I am chilling, but I'm just saying,
we go eat out 3 times, man. At least 3 times a week.
We don't go eat out that much. You over
That's your problem. Some people cook every day. They don't eat McDonald's. They don't eat Burger King. They don't eat Papa Do's. They don't eat nothing. Chick-fil-A, nothing. They don't eat Chipotle. They don't eat nothing. Popeyes, nothing. You eat out at least 4, 5.
You talking about fast food? Eat? That's fast food, baby. That's not going out to eat. Going out to eat is
man. Like I said, they got some girls who won't even eat that. Some girls eating food stamps. That's it, and which is fine.
That's what I'm saying. Like, don't do that.
I'm telling you that I spend money on you though. That's what I'm
you're
trying
not
to
listening.
say. No, you're not listening.
No, I am listening, but what I'm saying is I want to get cute. You talking about going to a fast food restaurant. I'm talking about I want to get cute, put some heels on, say, hey, babe, go get your hair done, like here, like get your nails done, do something. We're going to get a black truck.
You know what you're saying? You won't. As I need to pay these bills. I need to take care of my kids.
Everything's always about bills.
All right, you can cut it off. Everything about bills. This man handling his business, but when you got a degenerate person on your hip, they mind ain't right. So give me Hosea 8 and verse 12. So just showing you that how these strange laws have corrupted us, right? You can't have a peaceful marriage if you're not taking your wife out on Valentine's Day, if you're not wooing her every day. You don't have a marriage. So are you the man of the house? I don't think so. Read.
The book of Hosea, chapter 8 and verse 12. I have written to him the great things of my law, but they were counted as a strange thing.
You see that? The Most High gave us feast days to keep, right? That makes us a closer-knit family, a closer-knit nation. Right, but this type of degeneration, you talking about Valentine's Day, Christmas, and these things. Like I said, marriages are destroyed because of that. Damn. All right. So now, in our returning to the Most High, what is the first thing that we do to leave that state of degenerate state? Right. We find out that we're Israelites, and the first thing we do is Numbers chapter 15, verse 37. Watch this. Because you remember the topic of the class is horticulture. And I never showed you how that was spelled. IT, give me the first definition of horticulture. Come on.
Horticulture, the art or practice of garden cultivation and management.
All right. Now, give me my definition of horticulture so that people can understand what we're dealing with today. We're not dealing with that type of horticulture. Read. Horticulture. You see that? That's what a W is. Horticulture. All right? Read.
Horticulture, the strategic manipulation of human perception, behavior, and societal norms through the use of radio, television, digital imagery, and other mass media. This practice involves the deliberate shaping of thoughts, emotions, and cultural values to influence public opinion, consumer behavior, and social structures.
Right. So this definition you would not find in Wikipedia, right? This definition came from the prophet's mind to you, right? Because our people, we don't cultivate anything of a good nature. Damn. What we cultivate is horticulture, right? Like I said, we find safe places for the ratchets to breed. But when it comes to us and the commandments, we are looked at as a hate group. You understand? So now, give me Numbers 15 and 37. Watch this.
The book of Numbers 15 and verse 37. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put up on the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
Come on.
And it shall be unto you for a fringe.
To do what?
That ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord.
Right. So with our eyes, we're supposed to be able to control our minds. And it's like, okay, you got these fringes here to help you remember. Read on.
That ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord and do them.
Come on.
And that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes.
Here it comes.
After which ye used to go a-whoring.
You see that? So when you think on your own mind and use your own eyes, you're going to do what? You're going to go into horticulture. You're not going to do what the Most High says, right? You ain't going to do that. You're going to go straight into that horticulture, all right? So the covenant with your eyes, you look on those fringes and remember the commandments. If you can't control your eyes, you can't gain control of your mind. Understand that. If you can't control your eyes, you can't gain control of your mind. All right? Because the scriptures say that you're supposed to look at these fringes and remember the commandments and not to use your own mind and eyes because you use them to go a-whoring. You understand? So now, give me Job 31 and 1. Watch what Job said about that covenant with his eyes. Watch this.
The book of Job, chapter 31 and verse 1. I made a covenant with mine eyes.
I'm looking at these fringes. Come on.
Why then should I think upon a maid?
But I'm still watching porno. I got fringes on. I done made a covenant, but dang, I keep popping on that porno site. Damn. I keep looking at the big booty down there. Right? I made a covenant not to go a-whoring, not to use my eyes to go a-whoring. But why do I look on these maids? Read on.
For what portion of God is there from above?
What I'm going to get if I continue to look at these sisters like this? If I keep being degenerate in my own mind. Go ahead.
And what inheritance of the Almighty from on high?
You're not going to be that noble vine. You're not going to be a noble vine if you continue this way. Read on.
Is not destruction to the wicked?
We know this. You wearing the fringes. You already know the deal. You know that destruction is for the wicked. Come on.
And a strange punishment to the workers of iniquity.
And a what?
And a strange punishment to the workers of iniquity.
So there again, we're talking about how we became strange. But the Most High said He's going to give you a strange punishment for that. Right? He's going to give you the diseases that are not named in the Bible for being a whore or prolonging that whore culture. Who said it? I forget his name. The Fallen State guy with the funny voice. He said he was talking to Amber Rose, and Amber Rose was proud of being a whore. And she was like, so what does that make you? If you're dealing with whores, he said a slut maker or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So he, in that mindset, you prolong that whore culture. If you think of yourself as a slut maker, you know, and that's what our men do. We don't think about no marriage. We baby daddies, we gangsters, we all of this. Sirach, there you go. Sirach 18 and verse 30. Watch this.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 18 and verse 30. Go not after thy lust, but refrain thyself from thine appetite. So
a lust, it'll pop up just like an appetite. You're going to feed yourself every day, right? And some of us need to learn control over the foods that we put in our mouth. So learning how to control your appetite will help you control your lust. Read on.
If thou givest thy soul the desires that please her, she will make thee a laughingstock to thine enemies that malign thee.
Now, that word enemies and malign, that malign means those around you that have an evil nature against you, right? An evil nature against you. All right, read it one more time.
Verse 38, Sirach 18 and verse 30. Go not after thy lust, but refrain thyself from thine appetites.
I want you to put yourself in this mind frame. A hunter uses particular items when he's hunting an animal. He knows exactly what that animal lusts after. He knows what appetite that animal has when he's hunting that animal, right? So the scripture says, don't go after your lust because it's going to make you a laughing stock to your enemy. Now, we know that we got enemies, and our main enemy is the so-called Edomite. But what did it say about Esau in Genesis chapter 25, verse 27? Watch this. Because I think we forget what he does the best.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter.
He was a cunning hunter, right? You got to remember that these enemies that malign you, that have an evil nature, Esau is a cunning hunter. He know exactly what sins you are in, what things turn your gears. Right? He's setting these traps out here for you, and you don't even understand that it's a trap. You go headlong into Big Booty Betty. You go headlong into Pornhub. You go headlong into drugs, alcohol. You understand? But you don't understand that Arab store that was put there in your community was a trap. All right? Read on.
And Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents.
Right. All right. So just remember that when Esau sets these traps, his intents are to kill that animal, to capture that animal. So likewise, what happens to us when our sisters, when they have multiple partners, right? That does something to their mind. It changes their mind. It makes them less compatible. All right. Let's go to Sirach 9:13, and I want the bottom part, but we're going to read it all the way through. Sirach 9 and 13. This is something not to forget, because knowing that Esau is a hunter, you got to understand this. Read.
The book of Sirach, chapter 9, verse 13. Keep thee far from the man that hath the power to kill. So shalt thou not doubt the fear of death. And if thou come unto him, make no fault, lest he take away thy life presently.
Here it comes.
Remember that thou goest in the midst of snares, and that thou walkest upon the battlements of the city.
You got to remember that when you out here, you're walking in the midst of snares and traps. You always got to be conscious that you're in the midst of a battleground. The battle starts in your mind, all right? But remember that you're walking amongst these snares and these traps. And Esau is always putting out that bait for you to use, all right? So now, let's see what the bait is that the enemy has used to cause Israel to become a degenerate plant. Like it says in Jeremiah chapter 2, and that laughingstock in Sirach chapter 18, and becoming a strange nation, following the strange laws, like it says in Maccabees. Give me Ecclesiastes 7, verse 29. Watch this. We're going to get back into some more videos here in a second.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 29. Lo, this only have I found, that God hath made man upright.
He planted us a noble vine.
But they have sought out many inventions.
Many wicked inventions have we sought out to become degenerate. All right? Many wicked inventions have we sought out to become degenerate. Now, one of the main reasons, like the definition of horticulture says, it was using media. All right? Using media as a trap for the so-called Israelites. That's what governs our mind, not the Bible. All right? One more scripture. Give me Revelation 12 and verse 15. And IT, give me the first link, media shapes the mind. Come on.
The book of Revelations 12 and verse 15. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood.
The flood, read on.
And the earth helped the woman.
The Bible helped the woman. The flood would be the media, and the Bible is the earth that's helping the woman. Come on.
And the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood, which the dragon cast out of his mouth.
So we use this Bible to swallow up all of those lies that Esau has put out in front of our people.
Right.
You just have to accept what the Lord has given you. You have to accept the heritage that the Lord has given you because it's noble, right? Being black isn't noble. Being a Jamaican isn't noble. Being a Mexican isn't noble. That's not the noble names that the Most High gave us. We fell away from that nobility. But what caused us, or what causes us to fall away from this nobility? Give me that video.
All over the world, in every country and every culture, storytelling has significant power.
Right? It says, be on that button. Storytelling has significant power. This Bible is not a story, it's a history book. Right? Everything that was written in this was for our learning. So we have examples today on how to maneuver through these situations. Right. Play.
We are told via books, our screens, and advertising, build identities, determine behaviors, and forge our dreams. American researchers found that stories repeated in our minds actually interact with our biology.
Pause. So it says that the stories that are repeated in our mind interact with our biology. So it's going to change you.
Damn.
What you see, that's why the Bible says, be not deceived. Evil communication corrupts good manners. It's going to change you from what you see. Play on.
Our brains need shortcuts to simplify and organize information and data constantly coming at us. They impact how we view the world and make meaning from what we perceive. The narrative we tell and are told has the potential to create and continue prejudiced beliefs by those few who dominate the storytelling sphere. So, what dangerous ways has this materialized itself in the media and advertising?
So now it's going to show us what ways these things have shown up because of the media. Watch this. Play.
The British Film Institute found that between 2006 and 2016, of around 45,000 roles credited to actors in the UK, only 0.5% were played by black British actors.
All right.
Not seeing yourself represented often leads to self-imposed limitations on what you can achieve and allows for negative perceptions to go unchallenged.
So pause. This says that the media will, what it plays will, it will have you create self-limitations. Self-limitations, because what you see is what you get. If you can't, what the scripture says, where there is no vision, the people perish. And the vision that we've been given is tell our visions. It's going to tell us that we're not the people of God. Play on.
And when black people are represented, there are many reoccurring racialized tropes.
So when we are represented, it's in a stereotypical way, in a bad way. And it's going to show you these ways. Go ahead.
Which can be traced back to colonialism, historic anti-blackness, and the legacy of slavery.
So all of this is going back to colonialism, anti-blackness, slavery. All right. So this is how America gives you, shows you who you are in this bubble right here. Play on.
The hell is this?
4% of UK crime films has featured roles for black actors, and 15% of all films featuring black actors between 2006 and 2016 focused on crime narratives. You've probably come across a few other stereotypes within a range of film, TV shows, and adverts. The mammy, the Jezebel, the angry, sassy black woman, the stoic, the gangster, the angry black man, and the black best friend. These notions of who black people are were created by white storytellers throughout history.
They were created by who? White storytellers. They gave you the narrative of what you're supposed to be. They tell your son, oh, you a gangster. They tell your daughter, you a sapphire. You a Jezebel, right? After you go after these lusts, that's when I said, don't go after your lust, because you got enemies out here.
Right.
And they want you to be degenerate, debased, perverted, corrupt, evil.
Damn.
They want you to be these things, so they feed your spirit negativity. Play on.
Carefully crafted to dehumanize and erase the multiplicity of black people's existence. Take, for example, one of the most historical tropes, the mammy. Academy Award-winning Hattie McDaniel famously played this role in Gone with the Wind in 1939. Her performance as a loyal, subservient caregiver had been created by white American storytellers to distance themselves from the harsh reality of race relations in a post-slavery society. In light of the 2020 Black Lives Matter protests, the streaming platform HBO Max removed the film due to the racist depictions, later republishing it with disclaimers about the historical context and warnings about racial stereotypes in the film. In current pop culture, we are often shown racist caricatures, the angry black woman we see on reality TV, and the hyper-violent black man in gritty documentaries.
All right, give me the next link, because the next videos is going to go into these stereotypes that we see ourselves as and we've become. It says the things you see mess with your biology. It changes you. So over the years we've changed. I remember watching Bill Cosby, right? And the narrative was that black people should go to college. It's a father, a mother raising their family. He was a doctor, right? And that right there, I got an older brother, and he went all through college. He did the things that he saw. But by the time I came around, they gave us Fresh Prince, and things was a little different. You understand? They took off the family programming, and they started giving us single-parent households, things of that nature. Give me the next video. The mammy.
Yes, Lord, got to get out.
The mammy.
You tell me who you want done, and I'll do the hell out of it.
The Jezebel.
Shut it up! You are such a big baby.
And the Sapphire. Submissive, sexy, sassy. 3 stereotypes of black women that return to our screens over and over again.
So now these are the women that we deal with today. That's what we got out here to choose from. The mammy, the Sapphire, the Jezebel. All right, we don't have a Proverbs 31 sisters out there in the world. They don't know what that looks like. This is all of the choices that they have. I can either be this, that, or that. Play on.
The mammy is probably the most familiar to people. It's usually a maid, heavy, taking care of the family.
You is kind, you is smart, you is important.
That's about the
She is
60s
asexual.
right there, right? That's about the 1960s. Yeah, 1960s. So, that's what our women were doing. They was breastfeeding the little white children that we couldn't even drink from the same water fountain from. But yet their daughter and sons could latch onto the breast of a black woman and get proper nutrition. Hey, picture that. Play on.
She doesn't have really a life of her own. She's really only there to support the family.
And probably one of the most famous examples is Mammy from Gone with the Wind.
Just hold on and suck in.
Somebody who is always seeking out to put aside her own desires, her own needs for white families, white men, white women, white children.
Meet Sugar Hill, sexiest,
So
deadliest
now, this
chicken.
is another type of sister that they gave us right here. That Jezebel. Watch this. Play it on.
In town.
The second stereotype is the Jezebel, and that's someone who's generally oversexed.
Is mysterious.
Oversexed.
Her only power is in her body and in the influence she has over men.
Now, how many of our sisters think like that? Her only power is in her body and how she can use that over men.
Damn.
Over weak men, basically. You understand? These are those stereotypes that have become reality. Reality TV has become reality for real.
The hell is this?
And then finally, the Sapphire character, I think that's seen in TV more often than anything else.
Get some Kleenex, wipe your nose, cause it ain't that damn sad.
Right, now
The
this one
Sapphire
right
is
here might go
usually
over a lot of y'all head.
sharp-tongued,
Pause
manipulative.
that one might go over y'all head because you're like, okay, I'm sitting back, I'm laughing at everybody hates Chris. She funny, right? But no, she ain't being funny. She what's the word that she does to her husband? She demasculates him.
Right.
You understand? This man working 3 jobs to take care of his wife, and she just run on her mouth. Right. She don't work nowhere. Julius out there, he got to go to sleep in his work clothes.
Damn.
You understand? And that's simple, right? That's enough for that. Give me the one that says trigger warning. So we're gonna step it up a little bit. This is another way our sisters have become degenerate. Watch this. Trigger warning. I don't know if y'all can take this video or not. Go ahead. Give me the second one. Under trigger warning. Come on. Play that. Watch this. So this would be an offshoot of what we call the last one? The Sapphire. This is Sapphire right here. Damn.
You think come home from work and tell me what to do around this? You got me f***ed up. I ain't doing shit around here. That's your motherfucking job.
Who the f*** do you think that you're yelling at, though? You're not talking to me.
I am talking to you. You clean this mess up.
Okay, let's get this straight real quick.
So pause it. In the other video, the brother said, the sister wanted to go on Valentine's Day. The brother was like, man, your son got candy wrappers around the house ain't been cleaned up. And you talking about, let's go out. I take you out to eat 3 times a week, and you ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing a thing. So this is the same thing right here, but she took it up to a whole nother level. Play it on.
The bills running, you clean up. The fuck about.
You out your rabbit-ass motherfucking mind if you think you finna tell me what the f to do. No, you not finna tell me what the f to do.
I ain't trying to hear none of that shit.
You finna get your ass up and clean this shit. What type of bills your ass pay up in this mother? I ain't gotta be your mama. Don't put your hands on me. I ain't gotta be your mama, but I'm finna tell your ass what the you finna do though. Yes, I am. And what you gonna do about it though? What you gonna do about it? I ain't seen this shit. I run this bitch, not you. You pay the bills in this.
Who you talk to like that?
You is who the f talking to like that? What?
This sister right here, she got multiple men's spirit inside of her. There's no way she gonna stand up in front of a whole man and talk to him like that, right? That's some disrespectful stuff. Yeah, and you got to be a strong-willed man not to choke her out, man. You know what I'm saying? All praise to the Most High for patience. Damn. Right. Give me Hosea chapter 3 and verse 4. Watch this. What's the problem here, man? Why do we look like this? The Most High never planted that. He never planted Judah like that. Ephraim like that. What happened? Come on.
The book of Hosea 3 and verse 4. For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king.
That's what happened. Read on.
And without a prince, and without a sacrifice, and without an image.
Without the proper imagery, that's what's going to happen to our people. We let the cunning hunter set these traps for our minds and change our minds, change the minds of our sons, change the minds of our daughters, right? And we've become degenerate. We lost that hope. Read on.
And without an ephod and without a teraphim.
Keep going.
Afterward shall the children of Israel return and seek the Lord their God and David their king, and shall fear the Lord and his goodness in the latter days.
That's right. So that's what we're doing today. We back here. We fearing the Most High God. We coming back because we don't want to be that degenerate plant. We don't want the Most High to have to wonder what happened to us. We want him to see us like he created us. All right. Proverbs 29 and 18. Well, matter of fact, I'll just paraphrase it. Romans 15 and 4. It says all things that were written for our written aforetime was written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. IT, give me the definition of hope right quick. Hope, H-O-P-E. And it's a synonym that I want. I believe it's in there. Yes, sir.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 29 and verse 18. Where there is no vision.
Where there is no what?
No vision, the people perish. But he that keepeth the law, happy is he.
Right. So without proper vision, we're going to perish. But we're not physically dead. We're still here in America. Mentally, we've perished. We've been destroyed for that lack of God's knowledge. All right? But he that keepeth the law, happy is he, because we have that hope. Y'all got the definition? Pull it up. Read it. What is similar is that?
These are the similars of hope. Wish, dream, look, mean, purpose, intend, plan, propose, aim, aspire, try, contemplate, consider, design, purport, attempt, ponder.
Click dream for me real quick. Pull it up. Let me see before you move that. Pull it up. Let me see what it says under that. Go up some. IT. All right. Go back to dream. Click dream. Right there. That's what I want.
Dream. A conception or image created by the imagination and having no objective reality.
Give me the similars.
Similars. Daydream. Illusion. Fantasy. Vision.
What?
Vision.
What?
Vision.
So in Romans 15:4, where it says that we might have hope, that hope translated to vision, so that we can see what we need to be going. You understand?
Right.
That's what we're lacking. We're lacking that vision. The leadership has given us the vision back. They shown us our fathers. You understand? So now, watch this. The enemy now has given our people his vision. We see ourselves through the lens of Esau. Damn. Right? His desires, his religion. What comes with the worship of other gods? Whoredom. That's what we do. Our people, we're worshiping other gods. When you look at our community, it's filled with whoredom. Because you celebrate Christmas, Valentine's Day, Easter, and you don't know the history, you are involved in all type of whoredoms. Your church don't tell you no difference. All right?
Right.
So, horticulture, again, is the art of practice of garden cultivation and management. So here in IUIC, we want to cultivate and manage the Most High's heritage, the Most High's planet, right? But we don't want it to turn degenerate. All right, so give me Genesis 2:7. Watch this.
This is the book of Genesis 2 and verse 7. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground.
Just like a seed, we come from the earth. Come on.
And breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. And man became a living soul.
He knew what he created. A man. That's what came up. That's what he created. All right. He was expecting that man, and that's what he got. Not something otherwise. All right. Isaiah 59:2. So again, the shortcut. What separated us? What made us degenerate? It's right here. Come on.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 59 and verse 2.
Let's go.
But your iniquities have separated between you and your God.
And what else?
And your sins have hid his face from you that he will not hear.
Right. Damn. So discontinued from our heritage because of iniquity, because of sin. All right. Let's look at the definition again of horticulture. Horticulture is the strategic manipulation of human perception.
Right.
So now, where has that happened before in the scriptures? The strategic manipulation. And we're dealing with the sisters right now. So Genesis 3 and verse 1. Watch this. Watch this manipulation right here. You can take that down.
The book of Genesis, chapter 3 and verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Lord God had made.
So Satan always trying to catch you slipping. He's subtle. Come on.
And he said unto the woman.
He said unto who?
Unto the woman.
He ain't deal with that man because the men are dealing with the Most High. He said unto the woman. Come on.
Yea, hath God said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden.
So he said, and he's enticing the woman. He's setting out that bait for the woman, right? Come on.
And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God hath said, ye shall not eat of it.
So this whole conversation is sinful. Come on.
Neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die.
So now he all up in her head. You shall not surely die. Who's she supposed to be listening to? Her Lord. But now she's let Satan get up in her mind like Esau does today with our sisters. Oh, you could do that. You don't need a man. You can be an independent sister. I got Section 8 for you, but Donald Trump got another thing coming. I got, right, my body, my choice. All of those things, that's how Satan deal with the women. Read on.
Verse 5. For God doeth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil.
And she wanted to become that idol. She wanted to be an idol. She wanted to be like Adam.
Damn.
You understand? So Satan gave her a promise. Right? He put Eve's eyes to envy Adam and made her think that she could be equal to Adam. Right? That's what we have today. These women say they equal to the man. I don't need a man because I'm better than you.
Bruh.
All right. Let's see. Give me that the next link that I got up there. Dealing with the women. Do I want that one? Is that the one that's the first one? Go to. I don't think that's it. I don't think that's the one. Play it anyway.
What other reason besides love would have a man be in a relationship? Watch this video and let me know what you think.
And a man is in a relationship for love. If what is he in a relationship for?
You tell us that. That's a good question. What do you think, man?
See how she deflected? Pause it. You ask a woman the question, she gonna deflect. She gonna say that ain't what it is, but I'm gonna deflect from answering the question because I'm not sure. Play on.
No.
What else? No. What am I getting besides somebody saying they love me?
Talk to him.
So you think men?
What am I here for if all I'm getting is what you're saying you're giving me?
Which is the love.
What am I getting? So what am I here for? You name it.
It gotta be love because there's nothing else that's coming.
Thank you.
That's out the muscle.
I don't believe that though.
that's the fuck.
Because Satan is in their mind. They don't believe.
The hell is this?
Oh man, we don't deal with women like they see in the movies, right? We take care of our women. That's how we show them love. Like the brother in the video, he's like, I'm taking care of you. The bill's paid for, right? But you're not doing what you're supposed to do, and you sitting over here worried about how to control my mind.
Damn.
Exactly. That's the problem. Our sisters lack fathers. They want a daddy. They want their husband to be their daddy, to take care of them and do everything, but that ain't it. All right, take that one down. That ain't the video that I wanted. But let's see. Go to the next one, 27 to 47. Watch the mind frames of our sisters. And I'm going to jump ahead in the class a little bit. No, you good. It's the video, right? Not that one. It says 27 to 47. Come on. It's right after that one that you just played. I don't see it up here. Okay. That ain't the one either, but come on now. Let's go ahead and play that.
Look at the top of the charts compared to what was top of the charts then. There is no room for talking about good values. We have women that are half naked, debasing themselves, doing the splits. And by the way, I'm not just going to call it black culture; it's white culture too. You know, Ariana Grande, I bent it all night, I bent it all day. This is we have a cultural problem in the West.
Horticulture problem.
This doesn't belong to the East. They don't do this in the East.
Go ahead.
And that's what's interesting to realize. This only belongs to the West. We've done this thing where we keep saying we're more free and we're more free. A woman is more free if she's naked and she's doing the splits and opening her legs. It shows you how free and how powerful she is. That is not free. That is not powerful. That is debased, right? And that is a woman that is giving
degenerate.
up for.
You don't have to stop it. Keep going.
Up for free. She's actually for sale. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like she is giving everything up for free. Damn. Where you don't have to imagine anything. And we are teaching young women that that's what they should aspire to.
See if that? You look at, we're teaching young women that this is okay. We're perpetuating the cycle of this horticulture.
What the hell?
Right? Give me Leviticus 19 and 29. The Bible is our book. The Bible is our law book. The Bible is to correct and fix our minds. Watch this.
The book of Leviticus 19 and verse 29. Do not prostitute thy daughter.
Don't make your daughter feel it's okay to spread ego on social media. Don't let her think it's okay to be half naked.
Right.
You understand? Put a dress on your daughters, fathers.
Right.
Train her to want a husband and not a baby without a husband. Read it again.
Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore.
Watch this. At least what happens?
Lest the land fall to whoredom.
The land is going to fall to this whore culture that's being pushed by our enemies that malign us. Read.
And the land become full of wickedness.
It's full of wickedness because these brothers are perpetuating this cycle too, and a lot of us are getting killed behind these women. Right, all of that. We getting killed and everything behind these women. So now, 2 Ezra 5 and 8. Come on. We're going to move along a little bit faster. Come on.
This is the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 5 and verse 8. There shall be a confusion also in many places.
Now you see that confusion right now. The Lord is not amongst this confusion amongst our people. Go ahead.
And the fire shall be all sent out again. And the wild beasts shall change their places, and menstruous women shall bring forth monsters.
Right, so judgment is going to be going out, but now because the land has fallen to whoredom, we have menstruous women, bloody women that bring forth little monsters. All right, so let's see. I had a video here. Where is it at? Oh, I think I erased it. Menstruous women bring forth monsters. Okay, I got you. Go to, it's another one that says trigger warning, believe it or not. It's another trigger warning. It should be, let me find it. Matter of fact, that you see the one that says, you just moved. It says menstruous women. Right there. Play that one. So this right here, this is an example of what a menstruous woman going to bring forth. Watch this. Trigger warning.
Hours and I'm hungry, baby. I'm starving. You think I care about you being hungry or that you working 12 hours? Anytime that you are hungry, you ask me, can you fix you a plate? You ask for permission.
Look at her hair. Look at the color of her hair.
What are you going through? What you mean what I'm going through? Why I gotta ask you?
Who's living rent-free in this sister's head? That white boy, Esau.
The devil.
Start it over from the beginning.
Hungry, you ask me, can you fix you a plate? You ask for permission. Hungry, baby, I'm starving. You think I care about you being hungry or that you working 12 hours? Anytime that you are hungry, you ask me, can you fix you a plate? You ask for permission.
That's a monster.
Why I always gotta go through this with you? What are you going through? What you mean what I'm going through? Why I gotta ask you to eat?
So look at her hands right there. She's bringing forth a monster in her hand right now. She got a little monster. I bet you it's a little girl. Because they abort the boys. The black women abort the boys. They keep the little girls. They don't want no boys. They keep the little girls. Play on.
That's my rules. You ask permission to eat. I ain't just fix that food for you to come in here and fix it anytime you want. Now go in the kitchen to put the plate down and come and ask me, can you eat? Are you serious right now? I'm dead serious. Wrong with you. Think you can come in here and fix yourself a plate in my kitchen?
He got up and took the plate back. Now watch what he does to his mama. Because she his mama.
Look over that stove.
Is that a little boy? He gonna be weak too.
Can I please eat now because I'm hungry? I'll let you starve, but I'm gonna let you eat this time. Just for future references, you come and ask permission. Ask, can you fix a plate? Why you have me a plate made? You know I don't have to fix you a plate. You know I was working all day.
Look how she pointing at that man. Keep on.
What that mean? You think I care that you working all day? Now go and get the plate before I change my mind.
That brother right there has been defeated. He's defeated. He worked 12 hours and can't come home and eat. He might as well have stayed at the job. You understand what I'm saying? So now, I said something about our sisters bringing forth monsters and not keeping the male children, right? So let's go to Exodus chapter 1 and verse 15. We're gonna switch it up just a little bit because there's some things that I want to make sisters aware of.
The book of Exodus 1, verse 15. And the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives, of which the name of one was Shiphrah, and the name of the other was Puah.
Right. And so these are midwives that are pretty much obsolete today, because we go straight to the medical institution and they deliver our babies. But there's something that you need to pay attention to here. Read it again.
And the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives.
The king of Egypt told the midwives to do his will. Watch this.
Of which the name of the one was Shiphrah, and the name of the other was Puah. And he said, when ye do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women.
To the Hebrew women.
And see them upon the stools.
Upon the what?
The stools.
No, laying down on the bed stretched out.
The stools.
So on a stool, that's what the midwives would have you to do. On a stool. Not laying down on the bed like the medical institution says. Read on.
If it be a son, then ye shall kill him.
You see that? If it's a boy, abort it. Kill it. Get rid of it. That's the thought that most women have today. Come on.
But if it be a daughter, then she shall live. Mm-hmm. But the midwives feared God and did not as the king of Egypt commanded.
So the midwives didn't do what the king wanted them to do. But what?
But save the men children alive.
Mm-hmm.
And the king of Egypt called for the midwives and said unto them, why have ye done this thing and have saved the men children alive?
Right. So why did you save the men child? Because what? Read on. It's going to tell you.
And the midwives said unto Pharaoh, because the Hebrew women are not as the Egyptian women.
We shouldn't be like these American women. We shouldn't be like what we just saw. We shouldn't you shouldn't have a husband or a lord that works for you 12 hours and he gonna come home and you gonna tell him, you better go put that plate back. You got to ask me for a plate. Read on.
For they are lively and are delivered ere the midwives come in unto them.
Right. All right. So give me that video. The next one, it says abortion. Abortions by Christians. Do you have it? All right. I don't see that one. What about let's talk to the midwives? You see that up there? Okay, well, find that one for me. It started at 7 minutes and 20 seconds. Did you send them all, Harim? Can you slide it down some so I can see what you got? All right. Yeah, find it up here. Go to the one that says, let's talk. Matter of fact, abortion by Christians. Go down. You're going to have to edit this out of the class. Scroll the telegram down so I can see it all. Yeah, it's a link. It's an article, yeah. Go back down some. All right.
This is from Lifeway Research. 7 in 10 women who have had an abortion identify as a Christian.
Oh, wow. 7 out of 10 women that have an abortion, 7 out of the 10 women that listen to the Pharaoh are Christian. They don't follow the laws of God. They're not like the Hebrew women that are lively and they deliver before that edict can come out. Right. They choose to have abortions. Go up some.
As the U.S. Supreme Court weighs the future of abortion in the country, many pastors and leaders may be surprised to learn how many people sitting in church pews have terminated a pregnancy.
Because the church don't teach God's laws.
Right.
They teach for hire. Read on.
Currently, justices are hearing oral arguments on Dobbs versus Jackson Women's Health Organization, a case about a Mississippi law that bans abortion after 15 weeks. After the opening arguments, some legal experts and pro-life advocates are optimistic the court will uphold the law and severely weaken, if not outright overturn, Roe v. Wade. The 1973 decision that ruled the U.S. Constitution protects a woman's right to an abortion.
All right. Scroll up a little bit. Just read that in the blue.
Yes, sir. Religious demographics of
A
abortion.
little bit over. I'm sorry. 7 in 10.
7 in 10 women who have had an abortion identify as a Christian, according to a 2015 Lifeway research study, closely mirroring the overall religious makeup of the U.S.
Right. So who they following after? They following after America. They following after Satan. All right, we're gonna move along. Give me read Exodus again for me, John. 1 verse 15.
The book of Exodus, chapter 1 and verse 15. And the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives, of which the name of one was Shiphrah, and the name of the other Puah. And he said, when you do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women, and see them upon the stools, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him. But if it be a daughter, then she shall live. But the midwives feared God, and did not as the king of Egypt commanded them, but saved the men children alive. And the king of Egypt called for the midwives, and said unto them, Why have ye done this thing, and have saved the men children alive? And the midwife said unto Pharaoh, Because the Hebrew women are not as the Egyptian women, for they are lively, and are delivered ere the midwives come in unto them.
Right. Y'all find that video for me yet? Just give me that one, placenta and C-sections. Watch this. So this is this is one of the things that I've been seeing occurring a whole lot dealing with our sisters. And again, this is how Satan is dealing with our sisters, right? And it's important for our sisters to have a hedge over them, meaning a Lord or somebody to guide them correctly. Play this video.
I know y'all heard about placentas, but have y'all heard the truth about C-sections? Let's get into it.
So there are in the body, I've seen the majority of the sisters that's been having babies lately, they've been pushed to have C-sections. So that's close to the same edict that they was putting out to the midwives. Kill the babies. We're going to get to that, but watch this. There's a reason behind this.
Are companies that come in to take women's placentas and use them for pharmaceuticals, for beauty products, for stem cells, basically medical procedures. They're valued at a lot of money. I've heard $50,000. I've heard $500,000. I've heard
for a placenta.
For a placenta. I've also heard that they're more valuable when they're C-section.
Why?
Because they don't go through the vaginal canal, so they're not as, quote, contaminated, so they can charge more for it.
So you mean to tell me that a company will pay $50,000 or above for a woman's placenta and pay more if they are not given birth vaginally? And is that why so many women are being forced into C-sections?
All right. So we're going to talk to a midwife. We're going to talk to a midwife and see if she says the same thing.
Whoa.
I sent y'all the video. I sent you the video, Harim. Go to 7 minutes and 20 seconds.
Many women are kind of pressured and they get in C-sections sometimes, right? Can you break down the business of C-sections for our viewers, please?
Yeah, so the business of C-sections, the reason why in the U.S., and probably in other countries as well, but particularly the U.S., why we have more C-sections is because there are greater monetary incentives to perform a C-section. The insurance companies reimburse physicians at a higher rate for performing C-sections because they're considered more complex procedures. They're major surgeries. And so there's also the risk aversion. Like doctors tend to be very risk aversive. So if they don't have to be in labor with you for a long time and they can do a C-section, even if they find something relatively minute, and if they can get your agreement, they come in with a smile and like, we really think, this is happening. Before you even get a time, opportunity to push back, they introduce the idea and then it's over with, right? So I think that's why, like the risk aversion, the time factors, the bed, trying to get people out, and of course the profitability of C-sections in the hospitals make it so that we have more than what is actually necessary.
Earlier too, it made me think, I never heard anyone refer to C-section as a major surgery, but it is though.
It is a major surgery.
Yeah.
Like you go through layers of tissue and muscle to get to the baby. Then you have to repair that. You have an increased risk of infection. You have an increased risk of blood loss. You have an increased risk of blood clots. Your recovery time is longer. So it definitely is a major surgery. It's not something that anybody should just do happenstance. Not to mention that once you have one C-section, more than likely, like the medical world is going to say like you should have a repeat C-section. A lot of them don't even want to give you the opportunity to have a vaginal birth after a C-section. Not all of them, but that's usually the case.
So how does that work on the body with that constant? That's not a lot of trauma to the body.
To have many C-sections?
Yeah.
Certainly. Most doctors don't recommend that you have more than 3 C-sections. So again, that also limits your ability to reproduce in the way that you might want to reproduce. So the goal is that first child, for it to not be by C-section as much as possible, right? Like sometimes it's necessary, but as much as possible to avoid it. And one good way to avoid a C-section is to not go to the hospital right away when you're in labor. So sometimes people get really anxious when labor starts and they want to go to the hospital and, you know, like, yeah, I'll stay, I'm 2 centimeters. And then you have what they call a cascade of intervention. So you go to the hospital early, you may or may not be in pain. They're like, okay, well, let's just get this. You know, I think that you're in labor. Let's just move it along. And then they introduce the idea of Pitocin, which is synthetic oxytocin, makes your labor contractions much stronger, harder to tolerate. And then you have the epidural. Not to mention that when your contractions are stronger, you're also compromising your baby's ability to deal with that amount of stress. So it's the baby that is often, you know, not considered in this process. Like, how is this affecting this human being who's just trying to get here, right? This loads and loads of stress that affect the heart tones. And when you get that drop in heart tones, the next intervention is to do what? Get a C-section.
All right, read verse 17 again for me, John.
That's right. Exodus 1, verse 17. But the midwives feared God and did not as the king of Egypt commanded them, but saved the men children alive. And the king of Egypt called for the midwives and said unto them, why have ye done this thing and have saved the men children alive?
All right, back to Ezra 5 and verse 8. First Ezra chapter 5 and verse 8. Read that one more time.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 5 and verse 8. There shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be all sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and menstruous women shall bring forth monsters.
All right, so we're going to take a look at another monster that menstruous women bring forth. Give me little Jeff. Give me little Jeff. Little Jeff is his parents approved of this message. Play on.
Even they parents knew it. I seen both his parents say, y'all didn't kill him. He came to kill y'all. So when I seen his parents bragging about it, I said, yeah, I see why he gone. You know, his parents was aware of what he was doing and approved of it. You know, if I knew my son was out in the street killing people and doing that, first of all, we ain't having no horse and carriage funeral, Vlad. We ain't doing none of that.
He said we're not having no horse and carriage funeral. We're not going to put him in heaven like these pastors do. This man out here killing people, degenerate, killing his own people. He got 11 bodies that his parents knew about, and he talking about, hey, we're gonna have a horse and carriage funeral for this man. We're gonna, right? He's a serial killer. We're going to glorify what he does. Play on.
50,000 on the nigga who wasn't enjoying life while he was down here. So we gonna burn him. That's the first step. Burn him. That's the cheapest way. Ain't nobody gotta be in debt or none of that. Burn them. It costs $5,000 to burn somebody though. It still costs, but I mean, why put a person in horses and carriage and they down here killing people?
Did you say that little Jeff's father said to clear the streets?
Yup, he said clear the streets. Say he won't be the only one. If you ain't in the streets, stay out of them.
You see that? That's what kind of degenerate people we got in the streets. They parents say clear the street. If you ain't in the street, stay out of them, because I got somebody that gonna come through and clear the street. You understand that? That's how far we fallen from being gods. We die like men. You understand? All right, Proverbs 13 and 12. There's another way that we become degenerate, right?
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 13 and verse 12. Hope deferred maketh the heart sick, but when the desire cometh, it is a tree of life.
So when we get that vision, when our vision is deferred to what? What Esau has set up for us, right? Read it again. What hope is deferred.
Hope deferred maketh the heart sick.
Make the heart sick. Makes our mind sick. We can't think straight. We don't want to live properly. We think that degeneracy is the way to go. But when the desire comes, when we get the vision back, what does it do?
It is a tree of life.
It's a tree of life. That's what we're here for. We getting the life back into us.
Right.
Give me that next video. Hope deferred. This is the way that our people's hope have been deferred by our hunter, the enemy that put this bait out in our communities in 1981. Play that.
My first 9 months of involvement with crack, I spent over $50,000.
Pause.
Damn! Wow!
He spent over $50,000. So that means that man has some money somewhere to blow on crack cocaine. $50,000 in his first year. Play.
$50,000. $50,000.
Where did you get this kind of money from?
Well, some of it was money that I had saved up. I was currently working as an engineer for a communications firm.
You hear what he was?
$35,000 a year.
Pause. He was engineer of communication. This man is smart, but the enemy that maligned us made him a laughing stock.
Damn.
Because he spent 50 racks on crack. Let me say that again. 50 racks on crack. Play on.
Whoa! I would spend my entire paycheck in one night on crack. I recently had a job that was paying me $33,000 a year, and it lasted 2 weeks. My first 2 weeks.
Wait a minute. Tell me what happened at this job.
Well, I reported to work on Monday. On Tuesday, I made a mistake of stopping at the crack house before I went to work. So I was absent Tuesday. I was absent Wednesday. I figured, well, I better shape up or I won't be here much longer. So Thursday and Friday, I went to work. The following Monday, after a short job I had to do, I said, well, I'll stop for a minute and I'll get one and I'll go back to work. I didn't get back to work till Wednesday. So, of course, by Wednesday, it's... and Friday was my last day.
This was a $35,000 a year job?
Yes.
With an expense account?
Yes.
Car?
Yes.
And you just blew it?
Just like that.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I have a portable skill which I could go out tomorrow and get another job if I wanted to. I feel bad about it. Well, I'm into electronics and telecommunications, and I've been in the telecommunications industry about 9 years now. So when I'm not working full-time for an employer, I work for myself, doing consulting and other jobs, installation.
Am I to conclude that you're finished with it?
No, don't conclude that. I probably now, on the average, spend $100 a day.
It's about 2 o'clock now. Have you had any today?
Not yet. Not yet. But you can believe when I leave here, it's probably my next stop.
You hear that? When he leave there, that's going to be his next stop. This man looks intelligent. We know he's intelligent. Speaks very well, but his hope has been deferred by Lil Rock. You understand? It's destroying our people. That thing, it has destroyed our people since the 80s. Go back to Jeremiah 2:21. Watch this.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2 and verse 21. Yet I had planted thee a noble vine.
Come on.
Wholly a right seed. How then art thou turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me?
Right? So we've been going through different ways that we've been programmed to be degenerate. Right? And a lot of times, like I said, we choose these lusts. We go after these lusts. Edomite just sets the trap out there. You go after it. You put yourself in it. You get yourself neutralized or destroyed. All right? All right, so let's move on. Give me Isaiah 56 and verse 10. This is another way that we've been degenerate. We've become a strange vine. Right? The Most High planted us with nobility, but we've become strange through horticulture.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 56 and verse 10. His watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant. They are all dumb dogs. They cannot bark, sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber.
What good is a dog that's blind You got a blind old dog. He don't bark. He sleep all the time. He always laying down in the corner. What you got a rug, basically. You got a rug, a rug that you have to feed. And that's what these pastors are. You got to feed them. You keep them in their lust. Read on.
Verse 11. Yea, they are greedy dogs, which can never have enough. And they are shepherds that cannot understand.
You see that? They can't understand this Bible. Read.
They all look to their own way.
They look for that greed. They look to feed their belly.
Everyone for his gain from his quarter.
Right. So how have they perpetuated the thought or led us into this degeneracy? Because the pastor's minds are not according to the Most High's mind. Here's an example. Play that next video. Yep.
There is no such thing as a gay Christian. You know, the same way you cannot claim yourself to be a fornicating Christian or a murdering Christian. You cannot claim an identity of Christ and an identity of the devil at the same time. There's a lot of people right now who say, you know, I want to follow Jesus, but they don't want to follow the Bible. And if you're claiming to be a follower of Jesus Christ, you also have to come under subjection to the word of God. And so you can't say that you're a gay Christian. There's no such thing. You can't claim something demonic and divine at the same time.
Well, I like to respond because I am a gay Christian.
What the hell?
I mean, you can say that, but at the end of the day, we got to go back to the scripture. We got to go back to what the scripture says. You know, the Bible says, let those who profess the name of Christ depart from iniquity. It doesn't say condone iniquity. And at the end of the day, my brother, you will stand before God. You will stand before Jesus. And I say this in love. You will stand before Jesus one day. And we what Brother Marcus is doing, you know, what many others are doing, we're warning you that you are going down a wrong path, and you will stand before Christ one day, and you won't be able to say, Lord, give me one more chance. Lord, no, give me another chance, God, I'll get it right. No, we're telling you right now, you know, you are not a Christian. You are not a follower of Jesus because you do not follow the ways of God. And I'm telling you that in love. You have to come under subjection to what the Bible says. You can't say you love Jesus and you love sin at the same time. Jesus said, those who love me will obey my commandments, not reject my commandments. So you have to come under subjection to the word of God, my brother.
First of all, strong words from this 24-year-old brother right here. And he
got sliced up. But I'm going to say this. The Bible says the show of their countenance show what he is. And he was sitting over there just smiling. But he made a prolific statement. He says, I am a gay Christian. I agree with him because Christians don't do nothing the Bible say. You can be gay. You can be a gay Christian. You understand that? So he's a gay Christian. Now give me the other video, the last one. Let me show you to the extent this has reached. The last video, number 18. This is the extent that this has reached our people. Look at this right here. This is a relationship series, and what do we have up there? Play it. Listen to that music.
Okay. All right. How y'all doing tonight? Some of y'all ain't say nothing. Is that how you feel? Bishop, I have no words. It was a day. Let's see. If it is your first time here at the Powerhouse, we promise we're not going to make you say anything. Will you stand and wave at us real quick? Or just wave. You don't have to stand if you desire. Come on, Powerhouse. So let's celebrate. Come on.
Wow. Is that the Potter's house? Is that what he said?
Okay. Awesome. Have all of you received visitors cards? Great. Very good. Awesome.
You see the man sitting in the all brown. Look, you see him in the white up there. His countenance is showing what he is, right? This is a relationship series, and they're all out of order. These are Christians. This is what Christianity pushes. I just want to hear the other guy speak for a second. Play on.
Cool beans. Okay. So we want to welcome you. I realize we are a little wild.
You're a little wild.
We're a little wild.
Huh? We believe you.
And we accept this.
They accept the gay Christians.
But we never want people to feel uncomfortable. That's never our goal. You're just in a room with a bunch of grateful people, people that are survivors.
All right, you can take it off. I can't do it. I can't watch it. I can't watch it. You got something to say? Gay. All right. So degenerate, again, the pastors are like dumb dogs, right? They love their own sins, and they love to have you pay for their sins, all right? But they're not giving you what God has ordained for you to have. So we stay in that degenerate state, all right? Give me Isaiah 51:20, and I didn't send y'all these photos. Just look up Lil Jeff again. Give me a photo of Lil Jeff. Read that.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 51 and verse 20. Thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets as a wild bull in a net. They are full of the fury of the Lord, the rebuke of thy God.
Right. So y'all got that picture of Lil Jeff? Just type it up and just show me Lil Jeff. You'll see something. No, not Lil Jeffrey Pastor, just Lil Jeff. Yeah, I think it says Bloodhound. There he is. Just pick those photos. Read that scripture again.
Thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets as a wild bull in a net. They are full of the fury of the Lord, the rebuke of thy God.
Right. So that's what our sons have turned to. All little Jeff. They have that Lil in front of their name to let you know they're a little degenerate.
What?
That's what they are. Right? So we're going to go into the mindset real quick. Running out of time. We're going to go to Sirach chapter 23 and verse 16. Watch this.
Bring it out. This is the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 23 and verse 16. Two sorts of men multiply sin.
Come on.
And the third will bring wrath. A hot mind is as a burning fire. It will never be quenched till it be consumed.
Right, right. So it says a hot mind is a burning fire. Pull up the definition of hot-headed. Because a lot of our people out here today, they hotheads. They don't have the scourges in their mind to direct them to patience. That's why we got black-on-black crimes. We got a lot of different murders, abortion, things of those natures. Y'all got the definition?
This is the definition of hot-headed. Having an impetuous or quick-tempered nature.
Right. So that type of person, it says, is a burning fire. And when a fire starts to burn, it doesn't stop. It'll consume everything around it. Right? Go back, because I want impetuous. I want you to click on impetuous. Yeah, define that.
This is the definition of impetuous. Acting or done quickly and without thought or care.
Example?
Similars.
Okay.
Impulsive, rash, hasty, reckless, foolhardily, incautious, imprudent, injudicious, ill-conceived, ill-considered, unplanned, unreasoned, unthinking, spontaneous.
Spontaneous. That's what we do. We YOLO. We don't care about tomorrow. We just going to do what we need to do for the day. All right? Let's see. Let's get an example of this. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 19, verse 4. Watch this. This is the case of the slayer.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 19 and verse 4. And this is the case of the slayer which shall flee thither, that he may live. Whoso killeth his neighbor ignorantly, whom he hated not in time past.
So this was an accident. This slayer did not have any malice towards his brother. He just accidentally killed him. Read.
As when a man goeth into the wood with his neighbor to hew wood. And his hand fetches a stroke with the axe to cut down the tree. And the head slippeth from the helve, and lighteth upon his neighbor that he die. He shall flee unto one of those cities and live.
So the Bible says that he's supposed to flee because this was unintentional. But listen to what comes up next. Watch this.
Lest the avenger of the blood pursue the slayer.
So now we got a problem. It says the avenger of blood is going to pursue the slayer. Now, this happens in our communities a lot. For whatever reason, somebody may get killed, and you got the avenger of blood that comes along, and you want to continue that cycle. Read on.
While his heart is hot.
While his what?
Heart is hot.
While he's acting without thinking. While he's acting rash. Right? That's what we do. That's what them those YNs on the corner, that's what they do. They don't think. They just act. Come on.
And overtake him, because the way is long, and slay him, whereas he was not worthy of death, inasmuch as he hated him not in time past.
Right. So this brother didn't have any malice towards him, but this other person became a murderer. Because of that, they became a murderer, and that's our communities. They avenge blood, kill somebody, avenge blood, kill another person, avenge blood. This is all degeneration that the Bible is against. Where do these thoughts come from? Mark 7:21.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 7, verse 21. For from within, out of the heart of men, proceed evil thoughts.
What type of thoughts?
Adulteries, fornications, murders, theft, covetousness, wickedness, deceit, lasciviousness, and evil eye, blasphemy, pride, and foolishness. All these things come from within and defile the man.
Right. So that's pretty much our community. That's what it looks like. Defile. We're in the midst of adulteries. We're in the midst of fornications, murders. Right? All these things come from a degenerate mind. So what do we got to do? We have to fix that mind. We have to learn how to be patient, learn how to find our hope in these scriptures. All right, let me get Luke 21:19.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 19.
Let's go.
In your patience, possess ye your souls.
Right. In your patience, not being hot-headed. In your patience, you can keep your life.
Message.
Right? Being patient, waiting on the Lord sometimes, what they say. You'll pray about the situation. Just don't act on these things. All right? I'm going to skip along a little bit. Give me, do I have that? I don't. Yeah, give me the video. Matter of fact, Sirach 23:16. Same thing. We're going to go to the second part after the burning fire. Come on.
The book of Sirach, chapter 23, verse 16. Two sorts of men multiply sin, and the third will bring wrath. A hot mind is as a burning fire.
Right.
It will never be quenched till it be consumed.
Watch this.
A fornicator in the body of his flesh will never cease till he have kindled a fire.
So a fornicator ain't going to stop until he kindles a fire. Let me see. Give me the video. Body count.
Bruh.
Body count. Number 19. Watch this. So earlier in the class, I talked about how Esau sets traps either to have you destroy or to neutralize you. So we're going to show you what it means, what I'm talking about when I say neutralize. Come on.
Message.
Science has shown, this is a study from the Teachman Heritage Study. All the way on the left is what happens when you marry your first sexual partner. The chances of staying married is 87%. As the amount of men you have sex with before you actually get married starts to go up, that chance of the marriage working out consistently goes down. You can see over there towards the bottom, when you start getting into like 16 plus sexual partners, the chances for marriage working out significantly drops. It goes down to 17%. So we go from 87% down to 17% by having a whole lot of sex. And it just so happens that the more men a woman has sex with, the lower her ability to pair bond, to really bond with one man. You might ask yourself, well, why isn't that not the case for men? There's a really good saying that goes around, what do you call a key that opens many locks? A master key. What do you call a lock that's opened by many keys? A shitty lock. Science.
You see that? That's what happened to the sisters. They become messed up locks when they have multiple partners. You only supposed to have one key to open up that lock. You understand? Your lock is no good if it has 100 keys and everybody got a key to it. You ain't no good, sis. That's degenerate, right? I sent y'all a link. Play that harem. I sent you a link. Download that one. It's a Facebook link. All right, watch this.
There's nothing out there for you. Could never be me, gang.
Oh my God.
Hold on. Is that? I think you went too fast. Start it over. Come on. All right.
Out there for you. Could never be me, gang.
Oh my God. I've been tied down for so long. I'm ready to be in the street.
Baby, no! Don't go!
To be honest, I beat women. And it looks fun and attractive and all that until, you know, you're the one getting your ass beat. Just letting you know. You're gonna be my 4th baby mama. I'ma cheat on you every day. And I need you to support my rap career. And I need your car with a full tank of gas for me.
My last man didn't make me work.
You're gonna have to be like Terry Crews off Everybody Hates Chris. I need you to work 2 jobs to support a real like me.
That money he was flexing on the gram ain't his, it's his mama's.
I'ma gaslight you, manipulate you, I'ma make you hate yourself. I'ma make you question your whole existence.
Wait, what?
And here's the kicker. When it's all over, I'ma blame it on you.
Don't break up our family! He's hiding his family!
And then when I'm up from this rap career shit, I'ma leave your ass for a white woman.
I thought it was fun out here.
But listen, baby, 2 things for certain, 1 thing's for sure. I lays that dick down. That's what I can do, though. I slang it. You feel me? It be slanging. But everybody got some of it.
Got like 5 kids!
And then I'm gonna make you think I love you. Like, really, really love you. And I really hate you.
And they all don't even know he their daddy. That's how good he is at leaving his bitches.
I'm just using you for money. But then, when you come to me with your feelings acting all emotional and shit, guess what I'm gonna do? Dismiss the fuck out of them, bitch. And I bet you left a good man for me, huh? One who takes care of his family. Well, guess what? I hate family, bitch. I hate them all.
Oh, I'm not built for this. I'm going back over here.
Hold on, baby.
He with us now. Welcome to the Brotherhood. We are the He-Man women haters.
I will henceforth be known as Mr. See a bitch, but don't need a bitch.
Don't need her. We down here at He-Man Women Haters hate women. We create kids that we don't take care of. Bitch.
This isn't what I wanted.
Fuck up somebody else's family, baby.
Do it.
From here on out.
The streets have gotten me.
Fuck a bitch. Get money.
Fuck a duck, bitch.
No.
Fuck your family. Fuck your wives. Fuck your lives. We are out here.
Right. So again, that's a trap for y'all sisters. There was a video I had earlier that would have went well with this one, but hey, you don't want to be that lock with all them keys. That's what's gonna happen to you. It's gonna belong to the street. Give me one last video. Give me the one last video. Jeremiah 17:4. Matter of fact, Sirach 23:16, verse 17. And we're going to get ready to shut it down.
The book of Sirach, chapter 23, verse 17.
Let's go.
All bread is sweet to a whoremonger. He will not leave off till he die.
Right, keep going.
A man that breaketh wedlock, saying thus in his heart, who seeth me?
That's the mindset of an adulterer. Who see me? God sees you. Come on.
I am compassed about with darkness. The walls cover me, and nobody seeth me. What need I to fear? The Most High will not remember my sins.
Right. Go ahead.
Such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men and considering the most secret parts.
Right. Like it says in Proverbs 15:3, the eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. IT, y'all got that last link. All right, post that. Watch this. So if a woman is that lock with multiple keys, what happens to her? Because the social norm says that it's okay for a woman to have multiple partners. It's okay for her to abort her baby. She do whatever she want to do, right? So what is the effects of multiple partners? Read that for me, John. Pull it up. We ain't gonna go through all of that. Keep going up. That part right there.
Yes, sir. Research from the Medical Institute for Sexual Health goes on to illustrate the importance of oxytocin when it comes to pair bonding.
So oxytocin is something that you release when you're dealing with your partner. It's supposed to be, it helps you bond with that person, right?
Message.
Keep going.
Casual sex leads to a decrease in this neurochemical production and interferes with further pair bonding.
Right, so multiple partners, then that's going to interfere with that chemical that's released, oxytocin. So what's going to happen?
Repeated sexual encounters with multiple partners neutralize the brain.
So now we understand what's wrong with our sisters. Your brain does not work because you got all of those little sperm cells swimming around in your head. Now you've been neutralized. You understand that? So that's the reason that we've been degenerate. Your brain has been neutralized. Damage. Pull up the definition of neutralized. Watch this right here. Watch the term neutralized. It's not a regular word. We think it's not a regular word. Come on with it. Neutralized.
This is the definition of neutralize. Number one, render something ineffective or harmless by applying an opposite force or effect, make an acidic or alkaline substance chemically neutral, disarm.
What?
Disarm.
What?
Disarm.
Come on.
A bomb or similar weapon.
Uh-huh.
A euphemistic way of saying kill or destroy, especially in a covert or military operation.
So what are we in? Esau hates our guts. So this military operation, he's going to neutralize our sisters' minds. All right? So don't think that having multiple partners is okay. This is a covert operation against you and the nation of Israel to keep us degenerate. All right? So with that, I'm going to close it off right here. I hope y'all learned something. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and add. Hit the QR code, right? And also, I'm sorry, that's the Booster Club. Don't forget to hit that right there, all right? So Most High in Christ bless. I hope y'all learned something from today's class. Shalom.